Hayao Miyazaki has gifted the world with animated movies since the release of his first feature-length film in 1984. Each of his films shows some representation of environmentalism, war, and most prominently, feminism. Throughout his films, Miyazaki uses strong female characters as the protagonists. By doing so, Miyazaki breaks down the gender barrier of Japanese and even American culture. Women tend to be shown as the weak damsel in distress who waits for the strong man to come and save the day in many films. However, Miyazaki goes against that and depicts independent and strong yet vulnerable girls. The most distinct moments of this feministic style to Miyazaki's characters can be seen within Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Each of these films provide incredible character development as well as depicting the feministic views of Hayao Miyazaki. In Miyazaki's film Mononoke Hime, titled Princess Mononoke Outside of Japan, there are two strong female characters that stand out within the story, San and Lady Eboshi. The story of Princess Mononoke centers around environmentalism versus industrialism, and in it is the title character San, a human girl raised by wolves. She is shown to be a wild and strong-headed character who only wants to protect the forest and the spirits within it. Throughout the film, she goes against Lady Eboshi and her tribe in order to stop the destruction of the forest and the forest deer god. She takes it upon herself to try and kill Lady Eboshi in order to do so. This action in itself shows how independent and strong she is and defies the stereotype of weak and helpless princesses or female characters. Even at the end of the film, as San and the male character, Princess Ashitaka, grow close, San still relies on herself and does not end up marrying Ashitaka as most films would make the princess character do. Likewise, Lady Eboshi is shown as a strong villainess, although not entirely evil, as most antagonists are. Within the film, the audience discovers that Lady Eboshi takes in women who were previously in brothels as well as lepers from the streets and takes care of them. She provides them with food, shelter, and work, and in exchange they fight for her to gain land and destroy the forest. Although she is still an antagonist in the film, her character shows that women can also be the support and guidance for others rather than a male figure or role model. Unlike San and Lady Eboshi in Princess Mononoke, Chihiro in Spirited Away had to learn to be strong and stand up for herself. In the Oscar award-winning film, Chihiro is a 10-year-old girl who starts off worried and uncertain about herself and others around her. However, when she enters the other world and her parents are turned into pigs, she is determined to do everything she can to save them. From that moment on, Chihiro meets Haku, who helps her through her journey. While Haku tells Chihiro what to do at the beginning, Chihiro begins to think for herself when Haku is in trouble. She challenges herself to save her friend from death by confronting No-Face, a monster that tricks and eats the people of the bathhouse, and denying the fake goal he makes, running across an unstable pipeline, and standing up for herself against the giant baby. Chihiro's determination and motivation to save her parents and Haku shapes her into a strong young girl who learns to defend herself from the dangerous world around her. By the end of the film, it can prominently be seen that Chihiro has grown into a stronger character because of her adventure. A character from Miyazaki's films that shows both initial strength like San and the development of strength like Chihiro is Nausicaa from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. In Miyazaki's first feature-length film, Nausicaa is a tough and adventurous princess who protects her town, the Valley of the Wind. At the beginning of the film, Nausicaa already defies the female stereotype as she single-handedly finds the way to remove toxins from the plants around them and defeats 4 soldiers on her own after they kill her father. Throughout the film, Nausicaa never gives up wanting to protect her town, the people she rescues, and the nature that surrounds her. By the end of the film, a prophecy that was thought to be carried about by a man in blue robes is fulfilled, yet it is Nausicaa who completes this task. Her actions throughout the film display a continuous growth of strong will and the need to protect her town as well as the environment around her. She fears nothing and is willing to do anything to achieve her goal. It is through her heroic actions that she is able to befriend the large insects that roam the land that ultimately restore her life back and save the Valley of the Wind. From the beginning, with Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Hayao Miyazaki continues to dazzle the silver screen with animations that encapsulate multiple themes, but none such that of feminism. All throughout his films, Miyazaki finds a way to incorporate a strong female character, that defies the large stereotype that Japanese and American culture has given women. Through his films, females of all ages can see that it does not matter what gender you are, but what matters is that your independence, strength, and determination to be the best you can shine. By doing so, all audiences that watch Miyazaki's films will know that it is not about the outside, but what you feel on the inside. From his first film to his last, Hayao Miyazaki will always be known for his recurring themes of environmentalism, war, and most prominently, feminism.